is the Black Shift Group podcast. Our mission is to create space to elevate, enrich, and expose individuals of color to ideals and concepts that they may not have been privy to. This is your girl, Young Ree.
And I'm your granddad, and that's all relations. This podcast is just real conversations with real people.
We're going to be discussing lifestyle topics such as overall health and fitness, finances, culture, decode some media, and so much more.
After all, no one really knows what they're doing, so let's just wing it together.
All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Hey, y'all, hey.
Ooh, kill him.
Listen, it's one of them Sundays, y'all.
It is. Oh, it is.
It's that one day before I go back to work. I'm like,
don't even mention work.
What's up from down right now?
Don't even mention work.
Work hasn't been that bad for me. Like I told y'all back on my solo episode how I had to kind of like speak up about my pay and stuff. So it's like I kind of got the whole office in trouble. So it's like they looking at me like, thank you so much for being honest. We had no idea. They were covering up what they were doing.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't change the game, you know. So
yeah, work ain't too bad. And like I said on my solo joint, it's not bad. It's not like when I get up in the morning, I'm like, dang, I gotta go to work. It's
right.
Just like, okay, it is what it is.
Right.
And we had like a little fun day on Friday. It was actually pretty lit. I mean, that was cool. I wish we had that every Friday.
What do you mean a fun day? What y'all do?
I guess they have like an appreciation day.
Oh,
so what they did was they cut off everything and everybody in the whole company went down to the stadium and it was like food and all that type of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it was actually pretty fun. I give it 2 thumbs up, but you know, that worker's mentality, you don't want to, like when you're creative, you don't want to go to work. That's just what it is.
Yeah, but we have to understand that you got to do what you got to do so you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So that'd be the only thing. I'm appreciative of my schedule, you know what I'm saying? Because it does give me that, you know, lounge time or whatever in the morning because I don't have to be there until like midday. But it's still like, I don't know.
You'll never really be happy going to work unless you're doing something that you like to do.
I mean,
I mean, you'll be okay with it, but it's not bad.
Like I feel like right now, you know, our generation like to push that rhetoric. You know, quit your job, da 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 da. My thing is that's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, know you before you decide to take the advice of a social media post. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm definitely one of those people who quit jobs if I don't feel it.
Right.
I'm definitely that person. I don't have so many jobs, but at the same time, like I can like Ree just said, I can afford to do that because I'm in a place where I can move around. Like some people don't. Some people have like families and stuff like that they gotta take care of. Man, stick that job out. Don't listen to me. I make reckless decisions. That's real. But yeah, you would never really be fully committed and happy about going to work unless you're doing something that you
like really really enjoy it. Unless you're just one of those people that are heavily money motivated.
Man, money. I don't know, man. Some people. I mean, that's what you hear about people who work at those Fortune 500 companies, and I'm not trying to glorify, but they commit suicide and all that type of stuff because they be so overstressed.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
I mean,
like,
but I feel like it's levels to it. Like for instance. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's levels to it. It's some people, you know, that you know, got caught up in the game.
True.
And ended up, you know, in the end game realizing that it's not what they wanted. And, you know, they sad about it. But I really do believe there are people out there that are just, I just want the money. Like, I don't care what I got to do. I just want the money.
All right, then. Shoot, we didn't even have a title or a topic for this episode. But sure, I came up with one just like that. Ree, tell the folks, what would you do? If you could do anything, like, what would you do, like, for a living? Like, what it is that you would do for a living if you could do anything?
Anything.
Nah, it don't have to be money motivated. It could be something like
for free. If I
could
just live my life.
Yeah.
If I could just live my life, like, every day and shit's just taken care of. Like,
all your expenses, like, you could just, you had the opportunity to do anything that you want to do for a living.
And I ain't got to worry about bills and shit.
You ain't got to worry about bills. Or that job is...
whatever I'm doing is providing
for you.
Okay, I got levels to it. So,
go ahead, break it down.
If I can get my ultimate level, I would like have like 10 acres in Africa and like be then planted my my little plants and shit. Get me some cows and chickens and stuff, and like do little pickup work over there. You know what I'm saying? For like anybody need any type of branding done, marketing done, for their smaller businesses over there, or I would do like a kind of like a drop ship type of thing where I would go to the local markets over there and buy arts and locally made things and then sell them online and ship them to America type thing. So that's one level of what I would do. Another level of what I would do is basically like just do the podcast. Yeah. But I would be doing the podcast with the other thing too. But do the podcast, but like travel around the world doing the podcast and like doing vlogs and just kind of like, forever on vacation for my life.
Yeah, that's the type of job you get up, you be like, yeah, I can go to.
Yeah, and I could go work on the beach today, or I can go, like that kind of thing. The last level is something, like. Maybe if I'm being in America, maybe having 5 acres of land. I'll get 5 acres of land, still kind of do my little planting thing a little bit. The livestock laws is like so different, so I know I wouldn't be able to do that. But being able to deal with the youth more and just something simple where I can work for myself and still sustain my family. Because with that option in America with the 5 acres, I would be in like the settled down kind of mindset.
Man, why does it seem so harder to get more acres in America than it would be to go like to Africa or something like that? People more stingy, this is the thing that I didn't like about what my family had going on. Like my great granddad had like 40 acres, and for the longest they were trying to sell some of those acres off, and I'm like when you sell that off, you're not getting it back. Yeah, that's just what it's gonna be. Like at least keep it, but then my great granddad, he was like, it's whatever. When I pass on, do whatever y'all want to do with it.
Yeah, that's how my great granddad was when he passed last year. He was he had land still, you know what I'm saying? But it was like when he put it down for y'all to just sell it, you know what I'm saying? Because he was literally like the last plot in the area that hadn't sold, and it was that whole area was like owned by black people, and then they came in, brought up the land, started building apartment complexes, those throw up houses, and he was like the last strip that was, you know what I'm saying, just him. So when he passed, they just sold it or whatever, they divvy up all that. But I don't know, I think here like we so caught up in like instant gratification and stuff like that, like we don't even see the value in having land. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even see the value in that. And I, if I had the opportunity, one of my end game, goals is to be able to make it over to Africa, is to be able to own some type of plot of land there. You know what I'm saying? But, that take time and that take career and money and just figuring it out,
My thing is, as long as, God or the universe grants me time, I feel like I get it. If I get there eventually, if I just keep my mindset, and you're absolutely right. Like you got all these people with millions of dollars and they don't buy land. Shout out to J. Cole for dropping that project in 1985. He had said something about buying a home or something like that, or buying land. Like people don't want to do that. Like I don't know why people don't see the value in having land. Like that is the most leverage you'll probably ever have. As a person is to own some land. Like they can't come take it from you if it's your land. And that's the thing. Like, I was upset at my granddad's funeral because they were talking about selling off the land at his wake. I'm like, yo, y'all could have just waited until, like, after this to do that. But still.
In a rush, dog.
In a rush. Like, money is everything to certain people. Like, it doesn't matter. People don't matter to people. It's just money. So, I definitely do understand that. But to basically answer my own question, if I could do anything for a living, man, I would just paint. Like, to be honest, like I would just make paintings and like sell it off. I got some shoes. I also designed some shoes, but I gotta wait on this paint to come in from Marshalls because I can't find it nowhere in Jacksonville. But I wouldn't mind doing that. And then like I'm starting to get into like fashion a little bit, like orchestrating my own outfits and stuff like that. Like I'm into that. So if I could do any of that, I'd do that and probably like hit nature trails.
Yeah, and I honestly feel like the more you open yourself up to like what you're interested in, like the more it'll align with you or whatever. Because y'all know, we told y'all last episode that I was getting ready to go to New York, and like I'm usually one of those people out and about. I'm not mean, you know what I'm saying, but I have a unit on my face all the time. Like I swear I'm not mean, but like I be looking like, oh, she mugging, you know what I'm saying? But
hey, that's normal.
Yeah, but I've started now, like, opening myself up, you know what I'm saying? So instead of me, like, usually I would shut a conversation down with a stranger, like, you obviously see that I don't want to talk to you, but now it's like I'm actually, you know, letting the conversation unfold and seeing where it's going to go, because you never know who you would meet just out and about, you know what I'm saying? And I gave out, like, some of the people that I chat with yesterday while I was just, you know, out and about at the mall. I went to like Best Buy and stuff like that. I ended up meeting people of value that can in the end help me. You know what I'm saying? Like with marketing and with things like that. And it was just because I just kept running my mouth instead of me just shutting down and be like, okay, thank you. And you know what I'm saying? And moving on. So yeah, you got to be open.
Yeah, you don't know. Like the thing that I realize now is like, because at first I was so into the house, like I didn't want to go nowhere. But then when I started going places, I started actually having some fun. Like, okay, it's cool to come out and go do this and rub shoulders every once in a while. Don't get me wrong, I'm not doing it all the time. Because sometimes I need my solitude. But you know, it's good. I realize that humans do desire a level of socialness.
And I think it's good for you.
Yeah.
To get you, because it's out of my comfort zone, y'all. Like, I just want to observe. Like, I just want to sit back and not say nothing and just watch everything that go down. But that's not helpful for me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you become socially awkward. Then when you finally get around somebody, you all weird. And
you just like, weird acting and stuff. So
then you're a serial killer or something like that. That's how I think when people come around, they just be weird until like, yo, like mingle. Like if you've seen somebody come in a building and everybody mingling, they just stand off, you're like, man, what this person got going on? They about to try to plot something or something?
Yeah, I mean, but that depends though too, because like I don't just walk in and just like, oh hey, you know, I don't know y'all, but my name is Ree. You know, I just wanted to show up to the event. Like, nah. I mean, I do it like this. I feel like, you know, if you talk to me, I'm gonna talk to you. If the conversation's good, we're gonna let it keep going. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I used to be at work. I used to be like, nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I used to walk into work, like when I used to work for the city, like they used to all be mingling. I just come in there and be like, what's up? And keep it moving. Like, oh, you don't talk to nobody. Like, what else I got to say to you?
I mean, what do y'all want
me to say to y'all?
Then when it comes to like these corporate America jobs, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've pretty much been like a really quiet person. And that's why I say like now in my job, I've kind of like changed the game, because it was just like, dude, you've been in our department for like a year and something, and you're so quiet. But now that you're talking, like you're just so awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you talk before? And
because like, Ree was like, if y'all turn me up, I ain't turning down. That's just what it is.
I mean, I wouldn't even say it's that. Y'all weren't nothing that y'all did ever sparked my interest for me to let it continue. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I can overhear. When you don't talk, you're able to observe a lot more, and you're able to kind of get like a idea of how that person kind of maneuvers when you can just watch and listen. And just based on what I've, you know, heard and seen, y'all aren't that interesting. So that's why I'm not talking.
No, that's real. That's real. They don't spark your interest. Then I mean,
and people take offense. They take offense, and it's just like with these corporate American jobs, it's like so many people. You have different levels to it. Like some people are like, "Oh, this is my life. This is what I'm going to do. I love my job. I love my company." You have people that are grateful for the job, grateful for the company, but their end game is completely different. And then you just have people that are there in limbo. And I'm not fit to interact with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely the ones that feel like this is my life. This is what I want to do, because you on the fast track, in my opinion, going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, when are you fulfilled? In the end, when do you feel like you've gotten your reward other than what they've told you that you're worth? Your effort for where you are, this is what you're worth. And the only way you're going to get a leg up in their department is for you to do whatever else they need you to do. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's why I've always been quiet in my 9-to-5 jobs, because I've already overheard and I've already seen from being observant the type of people that you are.
when Ree said that, I felt that. Y'all ever see that people said that? Like, when such and such said that, I felt that
You're
part.
so stupid.
Yeah, that's real. That's why, like I said, I've had great jobs. I have amazing jobs. But I never wanted to be that person that was just like, this is it. Like, that's so depressing to me. Like,
me too.
I don't
day
wanna,
in and day out, I gotta do the same task
every day, and just for the gratification of getting maybe a slightly higher paycheck. Like, when I was working at for the city, I'm not gonna say the exact place.
Right.
This dude was there for 35 years. 35 years of his life, and he only made $20.50 an hour. You spent 35 years. Your life is
you
like
spent 35 birthdays, Earth returns, my G. Like
he's an older dude, so I'm like, yo, what is left for him? Like, this is it. This is his life.
But you also have to understand that with the older generation, that's what they did.
Their mentality.
You know what I'm saying? They went to school, they left school, they got a job that they knew they could work and retire from, and blah blah blah. But it's not like that for us.
But then again, you gotta understand, it was the dream chasers of their times too. Like,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, like I couldn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, I feel like I got the world is big. I got this. The world is bigger than this mentality. Like, yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like the world is bigger than just this. Like, I can't just this can't be my life. Like, this can't be it.
It's levels to that thought. Going back, hold that. But going back, you know. It is just us. Like, not saying that we're just weird, but at the same time, it is just us because a lot of people, they are conditioned. Y'all remember way back when we said the whole diet thing, what are you consuming? True. A lot of people are consuming, do the 9 to 5 because you know you can get a guaranteed paycheck. Because when you switch over, this is straight hustle. This is straight based on you. If you don't work, you don't eat. You go to a 9 to 5, you can be like, oh, my stomach hurt, I need to go home, but you got PTO to cover that and you still fit to eat. You know what I'm saying? So not saying that all 9 to 5s are bad, but just us being who we are as far as having that the world is bigger than this mindset. Yeah. And the reason that I speak on that, that I wanted to hold that is because I've always had that mindset as well, but I haven't, I'm not well traveled. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, I stay stationary, stay here in Jacksonville. But the negative side of that is that I knew the world was bigger, but since I didn't see it, it made me kind of like afraid of it. It made me depressed that the world is bigger and I haven't had a chance to see it. But it's like now on the flip side that, I'm booking these trips for myself and trying to get out for myself. I was just about
to say that.
I'm more excited. I want to see how big the world is. I want to see, what else is out there. So
this trip is going to affect Ree one or two ways. It's going to really make it be like, man, people I'm just not feeling them. Like, New York and just be like, man, I ain't feeling it. Or she going to go to New York and come back and be like, yo.
Nigga, I'm moving.
Yeah, it's too small around here. I gotta do something. But that's kind of how it was for me. When I first got out there and started exploring, I was like, yo, this is amazing. Yeah. And I always thought, like, and I never really live in the moment of things. So when I go to places that are amazing, like, in the moment, I'm just like, I'm here.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
And then when I go home, I'm like, yo, I was out there.
Yeah, and it's like a low key, I'm nervous. Just because, it's new. All of this is new to me. But at the same time, like, y'all know we went on and on about the last episode. I am genuinely excited because this is completely out of my comfort zone.
Word.
This is something I wanted to do, like, since I knew what a New York was. So it just...
Word.
I'm letting go of a lot of boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't kidding when I said, that, when Granddad put it in perspective for me and was like, she's using this podcast to rehabilitate herself, because I am. Yeah. Because, I feel like the conversation is pretty much going to stay in a circle if I stay in Jacksonville and all I can serve you is what I know from my Jacksonville paradigm. Yeah. But now I feel like it's time to, get out, go see some other stuff and see how that impacts you.
Yeah, it don't necessarily mean like Ree gonna leave and not be in Jacksonville no more, but it's like you always can come back to Jacksonville. But I know some people, and that's the thing. The first time I went to Vegas, the person who I was with was like, he was like, yo, you in Vegas? Like, when I first got on the strip, and I was just looking around like, yo, this, like, I only seen this on TV.
Right. Like, this is crazy. And that's my thing.
And then my homeboy, I was walking down the strip, he looked back at me, he was like, yo, like, you in Vegas, man, you ain't hype, you ain't turned up. And I was like,
yeah, I'm taking it in, I'm turned on the inside.
Yeah, like, I was just walking, I was like, man, yeah, like, this is amazing. Like, I'm in the inside, I wasn't hyped up like, oh yeah, Vegas.
I'm finna get drunk.
Yeah, I was just like, dang. He was like, you understand, man? There's some people who in your town never even been out of the state of what state you from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and it's old people. Like you this age and you out here in Vegas and you chilling, you living. I was like, yeah, you right. Like my mom and my pops, man, they never been to Vegas, man. Like they're in their 50s.
Yeah, my mom too. But I look at it like, because I'm so grateful though. Like they are such supporting because my mom was like, go. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to go. I want you to experience the things that I didn't, because I'm gonna come back and I'm like, I'm gonna tell her everything, and I'll be like, "Ooh, I did this, oh, I did that," and like I'm the type of person where if I'm doing something, like for instance, I know I'm gonna want to walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. I already told her I'm gonna FaceTime you. We both fit to walk the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that you're literally like a seed from your parent. Like they're in you. You know what I'm saying? So why not be able to share that with them too? So I'm just excited, like, all the way around about just everything in life as far as, letting go of some things that didn't serve me, that I tried to, like, hold on to really tight. And then it's like, as soon as I let them go, New York fell in my lap. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was holding on, like, the death grip. Like, no, this is mine. But as soon as I let it go, like, as soon as... literally within the week of me letting it go and having a content mindset. So I can't just say I let it go, because, you could let something go and still be like, oh, but I miss it and I want it. But as soon as I let it go and I was content with it and I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. New York fell in my lap. You know what I'm saying? So that's the universe telling me.
Opening doors for you.
Yeah.
Like when you let one thing go, it's opening another avenue for you. And I'm hyped for Ree. Because this is going to give her a new perspective. I feel like the trip is going to be more great for her than it is going to be negative. Like I just said, it's going to be one or two things. I think it's going to be more of the positive. Like
I think
it's going to give Ree new insight and new motivation to things.
Yeah, because I am such a... want to take from it. Like, I am a small town kind of girl, y'all. Like, I am literally born and raised in Jacksonville, and I am not traveled at all. Like, I get excited going to St. Augustine still. Okay?
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I like going to
that's just letting y'all know.
St. Augustine is fun.
That's letting y'all know. I'm so simple. Like, some of the most simple things, like... I'll be like, that is so cool. And people be like, this is regular degular to them. You know what I'm saying? So... New York is going to be like a shock to me.
I've been a lot of places and I still get juiced up about going to St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Like you want to go to all this? Heck yeah. And I'm just in the car just looking out the window like a
I get excited. Man. Like yesterday I went out. One of my friends, she hit me up out of the blue and was just like, let's go. All these kind of little things that I, excite me is because there was a time when I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like people would hit me up, be like, oh, let's go here. And I just couldn't do it. Man. I didn't have the money. I was dealing with somebody I ain't had no business dealing with. It was just all these different restrictions that I had on myself. And it's like now I'm finally just like really going with the flow. I'm not setting expectations for how things should look. I'm just letting them unfold so I can then see what they look like. You know what I'm saying? So yesterday she hit me up out of the blue. Was like, oh, let's go do brunch. So, I went, and I had the resources available for me to go, be that a car, be that the money, be that the physical health for me to be able to get up and just roll with it. Like, it's so many things that I feel on a day-to-day that we just kind of brush off. Like, it's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be like that. No, you don't necessarily have to wake up healthy. True. God don't have to wake you up healthy where you walking, talking, seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, you're blessed to be able to have money to be able to go do these little things. So
that feel good. Like that dude, like
it feels good.
Shout out to people who just hit their friends up and be like, let's just go. Like I like that go mentality. That's an adventurous mentality.
Yeah, because literally yesterday I was gonna like chill, nigga. Like what?
The weather looked gloomy,
and it was like raining. She was like, I don't care. I know you got some shoes you can put on that can get wet. And it's like we just went, and then it's like I'm so planny or whatever. I wanted to get like some sneakers because I don't own sneakers other than what I work out in, because it's just not my style.
Get yourself a pair of sneakers.
Yeah, so that's what we did. We went to brunch, then we ended up going to the mall, and I was just like, oh, I got cash on me. I'm in the mall. These shoes on sale. Let me just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, like get them. And that is like, yeah. Because it's like good. For years on end, me being an adult, I couldn't do things like that unless it was a pay week. On God. And it's like I was able to go whatever little things that I wanted to take with me out of town. I was able to get it spread home. I didn't plan on going shopping yesterday, but I was able to do it. So it makes... I'm just good grateful, y'all.
When you go to the mall, you like, I ain't planning to shopping, but you got it, so you like, yo, I do like that shirt. Let me go ahead and cop that shirt.
Exactly.
Like, that's a good feeling.
You just want to be grateful. You want to be humble. You want to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm just in awe. Like, for instance, when I went to, when I booked my plane ticket, the dude ended up giving me like $35 off. And he was like, you just so sweet. Like, I'm going to give you a discount. And I was like, oh my God, $35 is so much money. And he just died laughing because he was like, you are so nice. Like, why are you so sweet? $35 is a lot of money
if you think about it.
Yeah,
$35 is a lot of money.
And I guess that usually when people call the airline, they got to complain. You know what I'm saying? Like, they finna go in, da-da-da. I was just like, I'm excited. And he was like, oh, well, where are you going? And, you know, I started giving him the rundown on that. And I got a discount. You know what I'm saying? Just from me being grateful and me being sweet and me being excited and somebody being able to feel that through the phone.
Yeah, you can tell, like, you get better service from people when you're nice to them. Like, even if I go to like a fast food joint, like, I'm like, thank you and all that stuff, because you never know, like, how people, like, especially when you're dealing with people's food. Like, that's the main thing. Like, be nice to your waiters and stuff like that, because they handling your food. You never know, they might, you know what I'm saying, they might slipped and dropped your bread on the ground. Hey. Like, yo, and you can see how far people go for you when you're nice to them. Like, they'll try to do extra stuff for you. So it's all about how you handle folks, how you speak to people. And
that's very true. That is very true. And I'm just, I'm just like walking on cloud nine. Y'all. Oh God. Like, this is supposed to be, if this would have been like me like 2-3 years ago, I would have been so sad. Because what I let go was a major aspect of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I would have been like, I'm so sad. I don't know what to do. Playing sad music and walking around in dark clothes all the time. Like you know what I'm saying?
If you seen the transformation that Ree has had over the last few years, it's a big turnaround. Big turnaround.
I'm turned up. Like, I was talking to my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm so glad I let that go. Like, and she just started giggling. She was just like, dang, girl, you didn't grow up a lot. You have grown up a lot.
Like, I know enough about Ree to know, like, like, the change is real.
Yeah,
that's all I can say. The change is real.
Yeah, and I always wanted to get here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, as a kid, I would always just say, when I want to be an adult, and I just want to be happy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And, like, just genuinely happy. And it's like, I had to change the things that I was doing. I thought, me just being to myself and going to work and coming home and, you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. Like, I thought that is what was supposed to make you happy because that's what everybody around me was doing. But it's like, what makes me happy is being grateful for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, being, like, giving myself something to look forward to. Just enjoying, you know what I'm saying, my surroundings, making the best of what you do have, you know what I'm saying, in the meantime where you're trying to get what you want to get, staying motivated, reading books. Like, I had to just change, like, the little things that don't nobody really teach you growing up, like, that they don't really tell you that this is what character is. It's like I had to build character in order for me to start being happy, being able to genuinely say I am.
All right, so let me ask this question. Do you still indulge in the herbal essences?
Yeah, I still smoke weed. But it's not. It's not as heavy.
Yeah, because I remember, like, back then you like, man, I gotta go. I gotta smoke something. And now you like, nah, I don't like. Now you don't even bring it up no more. It's like,
it's not as heavy now. I
understand. Like, I to be honest with you, like, if I get to where I want to be in life, then I may partake too. But I just remember, really, back in the day, we used to be like, I gotta go.
Yeah, it used to be a heavy vice for me. It used to be a heavy vice for me. Like, I couldn't function. I couldn't and wouldn't function without it. Now it's really a luxury. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's a luxury for me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the holiday just passed 420. Like, I didn't even I didn't have the desire to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
word?
Yeah, like it wasn't like it's 420. I'm about to.
See that? I think that's when
that wasn't my.
when you grow up, right there. I think that's like when
like,
you mentally
like I went to work. I went,
strong.
you know what I'm saying, and I came home and I smoked maybe less than half of a J. Like
he was like, yeah. So, I mean, it's a holiday, but
yeah,
I'm not.
I don't know. Like my mind is just.
Because I feel like
so different now.
Because I remember you said this. You was like you was using it as a crutch, but now I guess since you're starting to become more of your own crutch, like you don't.
Yeah.
You don't use it as much.
Yeah.
So I mean that's what's up. It's progression. Like I'm not saying don't put it all the way down. Like of course.
No, I love it. I'm gonna
indulge.
because I don't really like to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like drinking like dries me out. It makes my skin feel really dry. It makes. Like I just feel like, I put something in my system that I shouldn't have. But like when I smoke, it's like my skin doesn't feel dry. Like I don't have to like chug a little water to like rebound. Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna always be something that I'm gonna, use. But as far as the level to which I use it, it has decreased like dramatically.
True. Hey, there's some people out there who still use it as a crutch, like.
And what got me there is I listened to Charlamagne the God book, Black Privilege. Not saying that I just was just like, oh, Charlamagne said do this is what I'm going to do. But he had this thing where he quoted a Jay-Z lyric, which I'm not that heavy of a Jay-Z fan. But he quoted a lyric that Jay-Z said, and then he was like, yeah, I only use marijuana when there's nothing to do. And it's like when he said that, it had to like marinate, and I was like, whoa. It's always something to do, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always something to do. Like, and he, like, I know that sounds so slow, but that's kind of like how I use it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if for that day I've met my threshold of things to do, then I'll use it. But if I still got, like, a plethora of maybe important things that I need to do, I'm not going to use it until those things are done. Because it puts you in more of a lax, chill, like, I don't know if I really want to do this kind of mindset. Some people use it to, like, energize them and vote them to get what they need to do. But for me personally, it relaxes me entirely too much. Like, I become really... Because I'm so relaxed, my guard is down, and I can talk to people like a lot. So I'll be like motor mouth, and it's like that's not.
Hey, that's a recreational. When you really ain't got nothing to do, just post up and just chill. But I definitely do agree. Like you only got when you have nothing to do, and you right. It's always something to do. Something that you can perfect. Do. Yeah, you can always perfect something about yourself during that time. Yeah, but listen. Hey, take it from Young Ree, especially if there's anybody listening to this who do indulge and use the indulgence as like a means of escape.
Yeah, you gotta find your niche. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find your thing. As of late, right? Y'all know I'm like really heavy talking about the New York trip, but right now that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? So when I need to, if I'm feeling aggravated, I'm feeling like, this is just too much. I'm escaping by looking at Google Maps and seeing what is there around my hotel. Let me go on Groupon to see if I can find a coupon to add to my itinerary while I'm there. So you got to find your thing. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be, let me get into this book. Let me do a crossword puzzle. Let me go for a walk. Let me plan my next trip. Even though I ain't got the money, let me map out things that, you know what I'm saying, so that once the money do drop, you can get it done.
Speaking to existence.
Yeah, definitely. So
I definitely feel that. I feel like people should it's all like you just said. It's always something to do. Like I feel like people should be trying to figure out what it is. Like for me, like I said, I started painting again. I like that. Like fashion is cool to me. I look at different clothing. Like okay, I could rock that like this. I could do this, and then like I'm thinking about what's the next step. Like, cause I feel like deep down inside there's something better on the horizon. So I just want to be in the right place when it does happen. It's just all about your mindset too. Again, with that's mindset as well. Like, yeah, you gotta grow yourself up, and I think that's the part that wasn't necessarily taught to us when we were young.
that even though you're an adult, like, you still have to finish growing yourself up as an adult, because your interests are going to change. The things that you're into are going to change.
True.
And a lot of times we look at that kind of negatively, because it's like you're leaving people behind, or you're leaving certain things behind. But sometimes you don't have to leave them behind. If that is genuinely, if that's something that you enjoy, you should be able to go enjoy it and still be able to enjoy the other aspects of your life as well.
That's true.
So
that's real true. I just want to encourage people, like, yo, like find out who you are. Like, find out who you are. I feel like a lot of people don't know who they are, so they indulge in things just because it's like the thing to do. Like, find out who you are. Like, take trips. I think when you take trips by yourself, that's when you really find out who you are. That's my perception of things. So, like, when Ree go to New York, I'm pretty sure she's gonna figure out a lot of things about herself on that journey. So, with that, I'm just gonna stay here because I'm poor.
Yeah, you so
poor.
stupid, man.
I'm poor right now.
No, it's a process, man. Because I'm not balling out of control at all. And honestly, this whole trip, as far as like accommodation, hotel, flight, it was just at $600. So I mean, to me, that's not bad going to New York compared to what I could be paying if I really wanted to live that lavish life.
Yeah.
So.
Life is about memories. Remember, life is about the memories you make. So like somebody who talking about CDR, Chris Douglas Roberts, a.k.a. Supreme Bay or Supreme B, whatever you go by these days. He said this. He's like kind of earthly person. He's a vegan, but you know he keep a real player. He used to be in the NBA. He stopped playing in the NBA, you know, and he's doing his own thing. But he was like, whenever you go out of town or anything like that, like, make sure everything is to your liking. Because if you paying for it, make sure it's to your liking. Because life is all about the experiences. Like, that's what life is about. So now I don't try to be as cheap with things. Like, I'm like, okay, well, I do want that, so I'm gonna pay the little extra amount.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I'm excited because I did get like a newer hotel there, and it got bunk beds, y'all.
Hey, see, that's like people are listening to that like bunk beds. What you, a child or something? Like, nah, man, that's kind of.
Tiffany Haddish, because y'all know she don't fuck with the bunk beds, but yeah, it got bunk beds in it. But it's like this new kind of thing that they're trying to bring out, where, you know, they're a little smaller, they're a little cheaper, but you're in a prime location. So
I ain't too proud to sleep on no bump bed. I'm
excited to sleep on the bump bed.
Pretty tight. And Ree showed me how they look, and it looked real ultra modern.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So I'm really excited about that. It has a rooftop, bar, deck, whatever. So I know I'm not gonna want to go out during the night. So I know I'm gonna go up there and, like, you know, chill and stuff.
Hey.
What you about to say?
Hey, look, listen. I wouldn't even go nowhere either. The rooftop. I'm like, I'm chilling on the rooftop. Shit, ain't really that much for me to do.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta go nowhere. I ain't gotta be bothered by nobody. Yeah. Watch out for them New York bums, man.
I'm excited to go though. Like, I'm excited. I'm trying to think of what level of protection, because I didn't want to check a bag, but it looks like I'm going to have to, because I want to bring like pepper spray or something, and you can't bring that on the airplane. So, that's the only downside. But the good side though, if I do check the bag, is that when I go shopping, because y'all know, like, New York is like the epicenter of the conscious community. So I know I'm going to get books and, you know, all kind of stuff, DVDs.
Oh, yeah.
So
I was in New York, man. I don't know. New York is definitely that place. If you're trying to bring stuff, that's the main state that you will always bring something back with you.
Yeah, because I actually have included on my itinerary a stop at the post office. Okay? Because I already know I'm going to send some stuff home, because I'm not going to want to, you know, take it on the plane and stuff with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm carrying everything for myself.
That extra money for a bag is pretty steep. Extra stuff. I mean, I feel that too, because I feel like it's like the epicenter of like fashion too. Like, Miata went down there and saw some type of clothing.
Oh, yeah.
I would be like, oh,
I'm trying not to do that part,
Yeah,
though. Like, I'm trying to save that part for when it's a group trip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I go back with a bunch of people, but just me solo, like, I'm really going to just do things that I enjoy. I have yoga on the itinerary. I have the hop on, hop off bus for me to go to, like, Harlem and all that.
Oh.
I'm going to rent bicycles while I'm there and do some riding around.
What?
Yeah, just everything that I want to do.
Ultra me time. Like, I'm riding bike with myself.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to.
We're gonna come back a whole new person.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna have a different name and everything. Like, don't even call me Ree no more.
She gonna be at her higher self. She gonna be like, I evolved. Like, don't even call me. Don't even call me Young Ree no more.
My name ain't even Young Ree. I'm gonna have a whole nother name out here for y'all. Like,
for real, New York is that place that'll do it to you. Like I said, it's like the center of a lot of things, like art, consciousness.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Fashion, like it's just the center. It's like the capital for that. But dang, like I'm actually really hyped for you to go down there. I'm ready to hear the story.
I am too.
And then when she come back and
on the podcast, been nowhere, y'all.
Then I'm gonna just be quiet and let Ree tell y'all about her experience and what happened. And why she don't call herself Young Ree no more.
Like yo, what happened with that?
Man, I was staring off into the lake in New York, and I just thought to myself, like,
a name was bestowed upon me from the spirits above.
I looked up to the sky, and the sky opened up, and the universe reached down and said, "You're no longer Young Ree." For real,
man, you are so silly. But y'all already know. Y'all can hear us on SoundCloud, Podbean, Google Play, as well as YouTube. Look out for footage. Like, so serious, y'all. I'm working on that. And then y'all know our social media is Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. And you got anything else?
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, it is about that time for us to start getting that gallon a day, y'all.
Yeah, I'm about to go to Walmart right after this. Probably get some cranberry juice and some water.
I gotta bring these millions of gallons of water I got in my car upstairs. It's just, Hey. I like to buy them in bulk though because it's like I only drink a certain water, so I come when their truck comes, so I can get like 20 gallons at one time.
Ree got them on the payroll. Like, when you
hey,
up,
bro, let me
when
know.
You pulling up? Okay, I'm gonna be there bright and early. As soon as they put them on the truck, like, let me get mine first.
Let me go ahead and get mine because I'm gonna stop by. They got a truck yesterday, so I got 18. Dang. I think I bought 18 last night. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get 18 more today. Cause y'all, I'm trying to be like. Stop.
Wow. Dang, 18.
Yeah.
Wow. 18 anything. 18 anything is wow.
Listen, but 18, you got to put it in perspective. If you're drinking a gallon a day, 18 is a little over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You
by the time they come back around, you're going to be standing there. Run me my 18 again.
Look, I need that. You just need to stop at my house and drop it off.
Yeah,
pull up.
Yeah, pull up, knock on the door. Hey, we got your order 18. Right. Put them on there and put them right here.
I know, right? Y'all, I'm like that, though. I'm really picky about, like, water and soap and stuff like that. So it's like I buy that stuff in bulk.
Yeah, water. You would think that water is such a simple thing, but it's really not.
Really Our water is not made equal.
Yeah, that's true, man. Like, I don't drink certain water because certain water tastes like batteries to me. I'd be like, how battery taste?
Like, Dasani.
Yeah, that's the main
Dasani
one.
Is battery water, bro.
Like, it tastes like, I'd be like, you want a battery taste like that? You never licked the back of a battery?
You gotta be like,
like, as a kid.
I know what everything tastes like, bro.
Yo,
I know what dirt tastes like. I know what laundry detergent tastes like.
Like, you ever smell
something? A lot of times you can smell it and taste it.
Yeah, like when I be telling people that shit, they don't know what I be talking
that mean
about. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like,
you
can never, like, you can smell it and you can taste how whatever that smell is. People like, what are you talking about? Like, no, like, seriously, like, you don't have to eat that. You can smell it and know exactly how it tastes. Like, but again, like, battery, I know how battery tastes for real, and that's how Dasani tastes. Like,
so y'all ain't never had no older cousin tell you to lick the battery so you could shock your tongue?
Yeah, like, you never like I got an older brother who used to do that. Man. Like, come on, like Dasani, like no disrespect to, I know they are part of a bigger company, but That water is nasty.
Do better.
That water is...
That's the runoff water from all the soda products that Coca-Cola makes.
Exactly. Like, yo, do better, man.
And they just bottle it and be like, oh, it's still clear. We gonna sell
it. Man. Like,
I'm so serious. That's what it tastes like. People, that's Coca-Cola Company,
that's
right?
That's the most disrespectful thing anybody can do. You thirsty and they hand you Dasani, they don't even mess with you like that, bro. They don't even like you like that. Dasani, like, you could have... Tap water, that's bad too.
Listen, I used to work at McDonald's when I was a jit. I worked at McDonald's, and McDonald's water is Dasani. I would take the water out the soda machine over Dasani, bro. Forget it.
Man, look, you got me messed up.
And ice, like, I know this is weird.
And like, man, you really take me for a sucker, don't you? Give me the Dasani like that, man.
Like, restaurant ice is like disgusting. Always get your drinks with no ice, y'all. Like, I'm just saying, because that machine don't ever get cleaned out. But I would take that water with that ice over Dasani.
Okay? Like, Dasani is so nasty, man. Like, period. Like, to be more frank and direct, it is disgusting, man.
Don't do it.
Please, like, leave that alone. Like,
and I used to drink Zephyr Hills a lot too, but it's like now I kind of feel like it's like a film or something in it. Like, I feel like the water is just a little bit too thick. Like, it tastes... I could believe that to it, because I like room temp water. A lot of these waters they get you because they taste good when they're cold. But as soon as you let them like get to room temperature, that's when you could really taste the.
For some reason, I can't drink cold water. Like, I love room temp.
Oh, me either.
Like,
it made my stomach hurt.
And then now did you say that about Zephyr? I still drink Zephyr Hill before Dasani.
No, it's nothing. Real. Yeah, I'll drink Zephyr Hill, but Zephyr Hill isn't a good room temp water to me.
And then Eternal. I love Eternal.
Oh yeah,
that water is delicious. That's some delicious water, man.
Everybody is on that now.
Yeah, I remember at first. Remember when
we first started drinking it, was like, what kind of water is that? Why do you just that water is too expensive?
Because I remember I told her, I was like, Ree, I'm on this water called Eternal. Yeah, I'm in that too. I was like, oh, that mug is crisp.
Yeah, that water is crisp. Good, cold, warm.
And the thing is, the reason why I picked it up because I was looking for alkaline, yeah. And I seen it was like this weird bottle. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it. When I got it, it was like delicious. Like, you trying like delicious water. Like, yo, that water
that
is
piqued me. That started me on, like, that's how I started training myself to get to my gallon a day.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I would drink 2 of their bigger bottles. Man. And then I switched over to the water that I got now. It's Crystal Geyser, and you can get it from the Dollar Tree or whatever. But that's like one of the like most baseline waters. So you could add like key lime to it, or pink Himalayan salt to like bring the pH balance to where you want it. But this is like the most like baseline spring water you can get. So. Yeah. I don't know how we started talking about water, but yeah. Because the sun.
No, because we're trying to tell people to stay hydrated, but make sure spring water, man. Don't purify. Yeah, stay away from purified water. Like, make sure. Good. Yeah, like, what do you purify? Like, what are you doing?
I just think it's runoff. Like, I be thinking it's runoff from, like, if you get water from like a Coca-Cola company or a soda company, I just think it's runoff. Like,
so let me ask. All right, so what is the process of them purifying it? Like, what is the real process of them? I thought like maybe boil some water to purify it, but that tastes maybe weird. Like they added like that's how it tastes. Like the water, it tastes like it's something. See, added
now to when we close out the podcast, I'm gonna go watch a documentary on water, bro. Like, cause I wanna know now.
Shoot, I might have to watch the same thing too. Cause that's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, I never expect water to taste like how Dasani water is. I'd taste like something was definitely added. In it, like, it's too foamy. Like,
all right, y'all.
Yeah, we talked about water for like a good 5 minutes.
We did. We gotta really just want to get that in. Make sure y'all hydrate. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go. We're still, looking for people to come on the show.
Scary people.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if you have something to say unless you tell us you have something to say, because we're not reaching out to the most popular people to bring them on the show.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull somebody on. I'm gonna holler at them. Matter of fact, today, and see if they want to come on and chop up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna ask you, but at the end of the day, we don't know what you stand for, who you are. You know what I'm saying? What you represent, unless you say, "Hey, let me come on the show and tell my story." So, y'all make the decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm old school. I'm by the book. Like, if everybody still had a fax machine in their house, I would make you fax me to be able to do any business. Okay? So if y'all ain't hitting me up, I have no idea. If it ain't in my newspaper, I don't have no idea. So on that note, I hope everybody enjoys their week. That's all I got, Granddad. You got anything else?
I'm gonna say this again. Stay away from the sun.
All right, bye, y'all.
Peace.